Bury me here in Ennismore, where Gannon's narrows flow. I rode these logs down Nogie's Creek, and this is far as I'll go. I was feeling pretty down there in Dublin town, the youngest son in the family of 11. I could plainly see there was nothing there for me, so when I was 17 I said I'm leaving. My brothers and my dad, they said that they were sad, but later on I swear I heard some laughter through the wall. My ship was full of rats, my bed was pine slats, and I puked all the way to Montreal. Bury me here in Ennismore, where Gannon's narrows flow. I rode these logs down Nogie's Creek, and this is far as I'll go. By the winter I was working up near Halliburton, cutting down them pines and trying to dodge those widowmakers. I fought a Highland Scot, I fought a habitant, and soon enough I couldn't find any takers. When the spring finally came, I joined another gang, riding logs down rapids. Yeah, it's kinda risky, but they said if you're alive at the end of the drive, there'll be Peterborough girls and Peterborough whiskey. Bury me here in Ennismore, where Gannon's narrows flow. I rode these logs down Nogie's Creek, and this is far as I'll go. Crossing Pigeon Lake, I made my first mistake when the wind leapt up and the sky began to thunder. I slipped into a crack and I could not climb back. The logs closed up and I was under. So that was the end for this boy without a friend, the youngest son in the family of 11. But when I was under there, I said my first prayer. Can I have a drop of Peterborough whiskey up in the heaven? Bury me here in Ennismore, where Gannon's narrows flow. I rode these logs down Nogie's Creek, and this is far as I'll go. This as far as I'll go. No, I'll never reach Peterborough. Well, hello everyone. Sorry, I don't talk into cameras very much, but I'll try to act natural. We're in Ida right now at St. John's Anglican Church, Ida, and I've never done an online concert or anything like this before, so I'm a little nervous. And anyways, but yeah, I really want to thank the people at Ida for letting me do this. I did a concert live in the hall here about a year ago, and so here I am doing another concert because we're in the middle of the COVID-19 age, so we do everything differently. But yeah, so I'm gonna give you about an hour of music, and I'm gonna read a little bit of poetry as well. I should tell you that right off the start. If there are people who don't like poetry, they can navigate away or something like that. But if you like poetry, you can stay for that too. There won't be very much poetry, just a little bit. Anyways, it'll be mainly music, and yeah. So and I'm going to be doing mostly songs that are off the album. And my album is called Hotel Kawartha, and it's available online. We don't have the... when I did the concert a year ago, I promised to have the CD ready soon. The CD is still not ready, but anyways, I am online, and you can listen that way. Okay. And that was the first song on my album. That was called The Ballad of the Youngest Son. This is the second song on my album, and it's called Skating into the Wind. I used to be a hockey star back in Otonabee. Well, I had big dreams. I knew what I was gonna be. But in the summer of '97, I knew it was time to go. My goalie went up to heaven, and I went down to Toronto. Maybe if I never quit the game, you'd love me for my strength and fame. The whole country would know my name. Nothing then would be the same. I'm always feeling done and gone. I'm always barely moving on. I am Jacques Plant down and bleeding. I've got to sing a Canadian song. I am Bobby Bond playing on a broken leg. I've got to sing a Canadian song. I am Glenn Hall throwing up at game time. I've got to sing a Canadian song. Skating into the wind. Skating into the wind. So I went to Scotland to think, but there was such good whiskey to drink. I sang the hip in Scottish bars, and I sang Neil Young to Scottish stars. I watched soccer and I learned the teams, but those guys were drama queens, and I knew Canada was my home. 'Cause when you trip me, I try to keep going. When the pilot said we're above Gaspé, I knew I had come home to stay. It's my only country anyway. We are Jacques Plant down and bleeding. We've got to sing a Canadian song. We are Bobby Bond playing on a broken leg. We've got to sing a Canadian song. We are Glen Hall throwing up at game time. We've got to sing a Canadian song. Skating into the wind. Skating into the wind. Skating into the wind. I used to be a hockey star. Where those moves went, I don't know. Where that speed went, I don't know. Where that shot went, I don't know. All right, so I know there are I know there are some people watching. There's I guess there's a way that you can get in touch with us. I think it's on Facebook, or yeah, I guess, is that how people get in touch with us? Sure. Yeah, like on the Facebook feed. So anyway,
there's a live chat on YouTube.
There,
on YouTube right now.
Okay, and there's a live chat on YouTube as well. Okay, awesome. And but yeah, so I'm gonna throw a few things out there and get your comments, because sort of what I do is I do songs about the Kawarthas, and so I'm gonna throw a little bit of trivia at you. See how much you really know about the Kawarthas. And so my first question is, and as we go along, my awesome helpers here can let me know how people are responding to this. The first question is, it should be an easy one, but what was Peterborough called before it was called Peterborough? Okay? What was Peterborough called before it was called Peterborough? Maybe a harder one, what was Lakefield called before it was Lakefield? Now that's an interesting one. I think we'll leave it at that for now. And yeah, so people can chime in with their thoughts as the show goes along. I'm going to do a song now about, there's like sort of an epicenter of the Kawarthas called Theomimy. If you look at the map of the Kawarthas, Theomimy is kind of, well, I guess Kawarthas aren't strictly a exact geographical area, but to my mind, because I live in Theomimy, it's like right in the middle actually. It's kind of, you got Peterborough County on this side, you've got the city of Kawartha Lakes on this side, and you have Canadian Shield to the north, you have Great Lakes, St. Lawrence Lowlands to the south, and then yeah, you get Theomimy and then up to Bob Cajun kind of right in the middle. So anyways, not that that matters at all, but this is a song about the body of water in Theomimy is the Pigeon River, and but there's a mill pond as well, and the mill pond's really awesome, so I wrote a song about it. So this song's called the Theomimy Mill Pond. I don't want a fancy car. I don't want to be a star. I don't want to be a millionaire. I don't care if I lose my hair. Now I've been wild and I have sinned. I've been a firefly in the wind. But now I love just standing here, where the Pigeon River calms my fears, by the Theomimy mill pond, with Mount Nebo up there beyond, by the Theomimy mill pond, with Mount Nebo up there beyond. I've lived out west in Waterloo. I've lived down east in Brockville too. I've talked philosophy in Bowmanville. I've carried drywall in Tory Hill. I've seen a lot of Ontario, but my favorite place to go is right where I am. I am rooted in the land, by the Theomimy mill pond, with Mount Nebo up there beyond, by the Theomimy mill pond, with Mount Nebo up there beyond. By the Theomimy mill pond, by the Theomimy mill pond. All right. Okay, yeah, I can read some of the messages now. Very cool.
And then this one here. Do we have some right answers?
Well, that's what we're doing. Yeah, I forgot what we were doing. Okay. This is the previous... oh, here we go. I see Corey Haynes with Scott's Plains. And that is, in fact, the right answer. So, yeah, so Corey Haynes... that's the first right answer I saw there.
Was Peterborough Ashburnham?
I don't know. I know that was East City was Ashburnham. But... yeah, I don't know if, because I know, what was his name? Adam Scott, actually, was one of the really early settlers. And I like these early settlers who, like, sort of, I think I'll name this place after me. And so, or maybe it was just everybody loved him so much, that's what they called it. But Adam Scott was, I think he had a mill, the first mill on the Otonabee River. And so it was known as Scott's Plains. And then it was afterwards that the Peter Robinson settlers came, and so they called it Peterborough. The sad thing is the names it was beforehand are always way cooler, like always. I don't know, nobody got the Lakefield one, right? Well,
We had a few other.
okay, well,
I'm not sure. Yeah, was it this one here?
I don't even know what that says, really. So, but anyways, to my understanding, Lakefield was called Nelson's Falls. And I don't know, Lakefield's a great name, but Nelson's Falls is a really great name. The Nelsons obviously lived there. And Actually, in my first song, I was mentioning about people dying as they were driving the logs down the rivers, and the Nelsons had a son die just that way, right at the water in Lakefield. But anyways, yeah. So thanks for those. Congratulations, Corey. Well done. And anyway, so what should I do now? It's getting interesting. Okay, we're going to. Okay, yeah, I'll do this one. No harmonica in this one. What time are we at? Holy smokes. Okay. We got a lot to get through here. I got to talk less. All right. Whoa. So this. There was a real environmental tragedy this past summer, and this happened at. I'm sure a lot of you will know Burley Falls. It's a really amazing place in the Kawarthas. It's north of Lakefield, but unfortunately people just descended on it, like hundreds and hundreds of people, and they left like garbage all over the place, and it was really disgusting. And so they actually closed it. They fenced it off. They were just like, all right, no one's coming here at all. And so anyways, this song, I wrote this song a long time ago, and it's the first verse is about Burley Falls. And so I don't know, just hopefully as we listen to this and as we remember what happened to Burley Falls this past summer, we can think a little bit more about how to preserve these Kawarthas, because it's people can really abuse local nature sometimes. So anyways, this song starts off, it's about Burley Falls. The second verse is about Serpent Mounds, which is another really powerful place in the Kawarthas. And so this song's called From Lake to Lake to Lake. At Burley Falls, the thunder calls. I feel small, and the pines are tall. Lovesick pours through Stoney's doors. I feel it roar deep in my heart's core. From lake to lake to lake to lake to lake to lake. Balsam into Cameron flows. Sturgeon into Pigeon flows. Shamong into Buckhorn flows. Like water off a turtle's shell. At Serpent Mound, I hear no sound. The leaves come down to sacred ground. The water snakes of Rice Lake watched me take the path where all hearts break. From lake to lake to lake to lake to lake to lake. Lovesick into Stony flows, clear into Cachuanuka flows, the Otonabee into Rice flows. like water off a turtle's shell, like water off a turtle's shell. All right, now I'm going to sing a song about the exact place where I am right now. Ooh. There we go. Always make sure your harmonica is not upside down. There we go. This song is about Ida. And now, I mean, I go to church regularly in Theomimy. Christchurch, Theomimy is where my family and I go to church. But Ida's pretty nice. It's a good church. It's kind of the sister church to Theomimy, and well, it is. And my wife and I actually got married here, and so yeah, we come here a lot for lots of different things, and it's a really cool place. And for its 200th anniversary last year, I wrote a song about Ida, and I'll see if I can get it right here. I haven't played it for quite a while, but you also have to make sure the wing nuts are tight when you're playing harmonica. All right, this song's called It's Not Heaven, It's Ida. Young John Dawson didn't get long in this world. When he was learning how to talk, he said goodbye. Well, his dad and mom buried him on Idahos Hill. Well, they were sad, but they were too tired to cry. 'Cause back in 1822, these Cavan Hills would conquer you. Swatting flies and pulling stumps, it was endless toil. They didn't have time or money to carve a stone in his memory, but they did plant something with him in the soil, where the pine tree is swaying and some farmers are praying and some children are playing. It's not heaven, it's Idaho. It's not heaven, it's Idaho. St. John looked up and he saw his best friend there, crucified for bringing truth and hope and life. Then St. John looked down and he saw his friend's mother, filled with sorrow that was piercing like a knife. Jesus said, John, she's now your mother, so you've got to take care of each other. And they became a little family from that time. And back here in the Cavan Hills, That's how they do things still, reaching out just like the branches of a pine, where the pine tree is swaying and some farmers are praying and some children are playing. It's not heaven, it's Idaho. It's not heaven, it's Idaho. And on Tuesday nights when I'm hungry, I'll have a plate or maybe 3. Then I'll climb the hill with my daughters all around. And as I stand there and look down on the green hills all around, I wonder if a piece of heaven is what I've found, where the pine tree is swaying and some farmers are praying and some children are playing. It's not heaven, it's Idaho. It's not heaven, it's Idaho. Okay, we're going back to Otonabee now. Otonabee is where I haven't lived there for a long time, but I grew up there. This song's called Down by the Indian River, and it's on the album. It's the last song on the album because it sort of wraps everything up. It sort of pictures an old man nearing the end of his life, and he sort of realizes that he's never really had his priorities straight, but anyways, he starts almost obsessing about the Indian River. So anyways, I wrote this song when I was like 20 years old, which is almost 22 years ago, and I'm still trying to figure out exactly what I was talking about. But anyways, yeah, so this song's called Down by the Indian River. See what I'm talking about? Make sure your harmonica is not upside down. That's what these tests are for. The high notes should be up here. The low notes should be down here. There we go. Okay. Down by the Indian River. Tell me, June Lily, where do you bury my heart? Down by the Indian River. Tell me, June Lily, where will our love start? Down by the Indian Victoria Day, on Victoria Day. Tell me, June Lily, where do the water snakes sink? Down by the Indian River. Tell me, June Lily, where can my dog drink? Down by the Indian River. On Canada Day, on Canada Day. Now I have adored you for ever so long. I can't believe you're trying to say I've been wrong. I've buried you once, and I'll bury you again. I've buried every poor mother's child in this town. Oh, you know, now I no longer know about the things of which I was so sure. Take me down in your truck to the river, then go away and leave me there with her. Oh, you know, now I no longer know about the world and the way we all were. Take me down in my urn to the river, and I'll sink forever into her. Tell me, June Lily, is Robin Town close? When you wake up, you'll see me there. Honestly, really, is Robin Town close? Open your eyes and you'll be there. And now I've been a preacher for ever so long, but now that I'm old, I can say I've been wrong. I tried to control the earth, sky, and sea, but all of my power just took you from me. Oh, you know, now I no longer know about the wings of which I was so sure. Take me down in your truck to the river, then go away and leave me there with her. Oh, you know, now I no longer know about the world and the way we all were. Take me down in my urn to the river, and I'll sink forever into her. I'll sink forever into her. See where we are. The clock stopped. It's still 7:30.
7:42.
That's hilarious. I was really relying on my, anyways. Because I'm always like, oh, the old technology is best. I wonder what happened at 7:30. Maybe I was watching the X-Files and this crazy thing happened, and so when the, anyways, that doesn't. Yeah, Yeah, so maybe something happened right at 7:29. I don't know. We'll have to look back at the tapes. Oh yeah, so okay, 7:42. You said okay. Okay, I got to get back on track here. Yeah. So. Yeah, I think what I'll do is I'm going to do some salesmanship now, and all my life I've done music and writing and stuff, and I'm really bad at actually like selling my own stuff. And but anyways, so here I'm going to do some real real self promotion. One of the things I don't know why I started the sentence off like that. Most sentences you can start off by saying one of the things and then go from there. But so I write about the local history, and I live in Theomimy, and so I was trying to think how to sort of get across these stories to people, and so I started writing in sort of old-fashioned, sort of an old-fashioned ballad poetry style, and telling local stories of true life events that happened right here. And so so what I've got here, let's see if I can hold this up in the right spot, is this is two of the story poems that narrative poems that I've written, and together I call them Life and Death on the Pigeon River. And actually, this is pretty cool because on the copy that I just produced, I got my daughters to do the art. So you can see the cover there was done by Charlotte. And then on the inside cover here, can you get that? Yep. So that was done by Naomi. And then the back cover was done by Fiona. And so those symbols, those pictures sort of are sort of important symbols for the poems. And I'm actually going to read, I did warn you there was going to be a little bit of poetry. And so if we have, well anyways, I'm just going to give you a really little taste of this one. Because the one poem's 12 pages long, the other poem is, I don't know, about 17 or something. But so I'm just going to read a few verses of The Muskie That Caught 5 People, just to give you a taste of it. And so anyway, so this poem, this is the second one in the collection. It's called The Muskie That Caught 5 People. At night in Theomimy, you might just see me stand on the train bridge alone. The muskrats make a moonlit wake, but I stand still as a stone. 'Cause spirits seem to drift downstream, away from the lights in the steeple, and I'm lost in the tale of the fisherman who failed and the muskie that caught 5 people. Now, William McCaffrey was raised in Theomimy at number 10 Colborne Street. As a child, he was happy, but by 18, he was feeling incomplete. So he left our town and headed for Toronto, and soon he was employed by a brand new company called GE as an office errand boy. Now, 1892 was a real good time to get into GE. The electrical age was about to begin, and none of that power is free. He started out down at the bottom, but soon his boss would say with a grin, "That young lad there has upper management written all over him." The fact that he was from the country didn't seem to matter. He worked real hard till he was scrambling up that corporate ladder. I'll skip a bit here. So he's doing really well in Toronto. But every July when Toronto felt heavy and humid and busy and steamy, he'd say to his family the words they all loved: "It's time for a trip to Theomimy." So Laura and the kids would pack up their bags and head down to Union Station, and soon they'd be home with his mom and his dad for a glorious fishing vacation. The years rolled by, his bank account and reputation grew, but down in the weeds of his hometown river, there grew a muskie too. And that's where we'll stop. So this is, I'm going to have this available. I've never really sold anything before, but I've decided to sell this for $10. And you can, my email address should be on the screen there. Nice. Oh, these guys are amazing. So you can, if you want a copy of Life and Death on the Pigeon River for $10, you can email. And I think my wife even knows how to do e-transfer, so we could even do that or whatever. Anyways, yeah, so that is that. Okay. Man, an hour goes by fast. So what time is it now?
About 1:45.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. 48.
7:48? Okay. Spilling water all over the place. All right. So there you go. You sat through some poetry. It wasn't too bad, was it? Okay, what am I going to do now? 7:48. Okay. No. Oh, yeah. Okay, I really want to do this one. This song is a true story from Dummer Township history. And I'd love to, if I had longer, I'd tell you the whole backstory of these two men. But in 1932, two men from the States, two black men from the States, moved up to Dummer Township and started sort of homesteading. And everybody loved them, and they were getting along really well with everyone. And but it's hard work, homesteading. And as they were working, their names were Edward Jackson was the younger guy. He was like early 40s, and Eugene Lee was the older gentleman. He was in his early 60s, and so they were working away. They started. There was just tension between them. They were just getting all strung out and not getting along anymore. And if you actually, where this happened was County Road 40. So if you go from straight north from Norwood, and you go up towards Stony Lake, I think that's County Road 40. Anyways, that's where their farm was, and you know that's not the most promising farmland, most of that area. But anyways, they started getting on each other's nerves, as it says in the song, which is fine. But the problem was these guys were U.S. Army veterans, so they really enjoyed their guns, and they were used to firearms. They carried them around everywhere. And so when they started annoying each other, it became a gunfight. And the younger man, Edward Jackson, drew first. And he shot Eugene 6 times. And so, I mean, there's lots that I'd love to tell you about it, but anyways, just those are the main details. Go down to drop D for this. And so Edward Jackson, he was pleading self-defense because he said Eugene was reaching for his gun first, and he had to shoot him. But he was hanged. He was the last man ever to be hanged in Peterborough County, and that was 1932. And and what he said when Edward was talking about it, he said, yeah, I had to shoot him, but I just wish I didn't shoot him 6 times, because that was the problem. He kind of lost his temper as it was happening. And he said, oh, if I had just shot him in the leg once or twice, everything would be fine. But he obviously got carried away. So this song's called I Wish I Didn't Shoot Him 6 Times. Yeah, I shot shot Eugene, but he was trying to shoot me. Yeah, I killed Eugene, but he was trying to kill me. On that October evening we were enemies, but in the summer we had some good times. All we wanted from life was some acres of land. Some fruit trees and chickens was all we had planned. But it was like that Colt came alive in my hand. I just wish I didn't shoot him 6 times. "1932 in the summer, a couple black men from the south came to the 10th concession of Dummer and began to build a house. But sometimes when good friends build things, they get on each other's nerves. These were U.S. Army veterans. They both carried 6 shooters. Yeah, I shot Eugene, but he was trying to shoot me. Yeah, I killed Eugene, but he was trying to kill me. On that October evening we were enemies, but in the summer we had some good times. All we wanted from life was some acres of land. Some fruit trees and chickens was all we had planned. But it was like that Colt came alive in my hand. I just wish I didn't shoot him 6 times. Then when Edward was on trial, Peterborough was amazed. In the shadow of the gallows, Edward was unfazed. He said, I did what I had to. Eugene was reaching for his gun. Mr. White Judge and White Jury, I am bitter towards no one. Yeah, I shot Eugene, but he was trying to shoot me. Yeah, I killed Eugene, but he was trying to kill me. On that October evening we were enemies, but in the summer we had some good times. All we wanted from life was some acres of land. Some fruit trees and chickens was all we had planned. It was like that Colt came alive in my hand. I just wish I didn't shoot him 6 times. I just wish I didn't shoot him 6 times. If you see the Lakefield graveyard, say a prayer for Eugene Lee. Now it's time to go to heaven. Drop the hatch and set me free. All right, so we're probably getting down to the wire here. Yeah?
Play as long as you want to play.
Well, that's dangerous.
Yeah, you got lots of fans out there.
Very cool. Yeah. So, I just want to say a huge thank you to Joel and Laura for putting this all together. Joel and Laura, just done an amazing job. People who know me might know that I'm not the most technological person in the world, and so obviously I didn't do anything. But so thanks a lot to both of you. This has been really awesome. It's been a lot of fun. Okay. I'll probably do a couple more songs then. Yeah, so I got to tune back up. Yeah, I think I've covered most of the ground I wanted to do. Oh, okay. Okay, I think I'm basically in tune. Sorry there's so much dead space here, but it's good to be in tune. Okay, I am going to try this song. This song is so brand new. I've only played it without mistakes once, and that was like an hour ago. But this song is a song for the times, for the COVID-19 times. Yes, G. There's a road north of Apsley called Balmer Road. If you're on your computer, you could look it up right now. Anyways, it's I've only driven it on it a few times, but it is a rough road. Really beautiful, nice rocks and wetlands and trees and everything. But yeah, it's pretty rough, and it's the kind of bumps that like everything's good, and then all of a sudden, it's just and everything's not good all of a sudden. And but it's a great road, just a little bumpy. So I was driving along and. This rhyme came into my head. When Balmer Road shook up my load. And so part of this is a true story, part of it's not. I brought in some guy just to, because, well anyways, I am going to do this. And the final verse is the one that's about kind of the COVID-19 era. About sort of, you know, we've been dealing with this for quite a while now. And so there comes a point where I think you've got to, as the song says, you've got to pull over, stop, and just re-strap. And sort of rethink things, take a breather, and rearrange things maybe. But anyways, as I'm re-strapping down the load after it got jolted around, I was like, man, this is so symbolic. This could be a song. So anyways, this is called Balmer Road, and I'll try my best to get it right. But yeah, so this song's called Balmer Road. These wing nuts are coming loose. Balmer Road shook up my load northeast of Apsley town. When a nice old lad in nice old plaid said, I'll help you strap down. Now Peterborough County roads are sometimes nice and smooth, but up past Apsley there's a road that'll shake your fillings loose. Balmer Road shook up my load northeast of Apsley town. A nice old lad in nice old plaid said, I'll help you strap down. Now I know how to strap down loads so the MTO is pleased. But man, I swear that truck got air and the straps were flapping in the breeze. Balmer Road shook up my load northeast of Apsley town. A nice old lad in nice old plaid said, I'll help you strap down. Now, sometimes the road is long and rough, and your patience finally snaps. But you've just gotta pull over and retighten your straps. Balmer Road shook up my load northeast of Apsley town. When a lad in plaid said it's not bad, and he helped me re-strap down. When Balmer Road shook up my load northeast of Apsley town. A nice old lad in nice old plaid said, I'll help you strap down. All right. Yeah, so that one's it's a bit of a work in progress, but okay, what am I doing now? Okay, so we're probably nearing 8 o'clock now, right? We're at 8:05. 8:05? Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, encore, yeah. So, yeah, the crowd here, yeah, thank you everyone. Yeah, thank you. The crowd here at the Ida Coliseum is asking for an encore. So, okay. Okay. Yeah. So I am going to do this song. So most of the songs I've been doing are on the album, as I said. This one, that last one was brand new. That's not on the album. And this other one, this last one I'm going to do is also not on the album, sorry to say, but hopefully it'll be on the next one. So this song is about it's about a kid in high school sort of having a tough time, and I sort of reached back into my own past for this one. I don't know, for me it was funny. Grade 9 and grade 13 were good. Grade 10, 11, and 12 were not that great. But, so anyways, this song is called Armour Road. And Armour Road is the road that leads you to Tass, which is where I went to school. And, yeah, so it sort of takes you, this song takes you into the mind of someone, of a high school kid who's kind of struggling with things. Okay. dreams end once again. 10 minutes till the bus comes. I'm so tired of them and those great expectations. On the road I prepare, I guess, and that's why they call it Armor Road. There's tasks up ahead, the government's wing of conformity. I wish I was dead, 'cause I feel like an enormity. 10 more seconds to prepare, I guess, and that's why they call it Armor Road. I have fought 1,000 battles. I have lost 500 times. All my rusty armor rattles, but my sword and shield still shine. North America requires a lot of zombies to fill all the cars and to sit in front of the TVs. But I can't take the weight of treasure chests hanging on me. I become a citizen, I guess, and that's why they call it Armor Road. I have fought 1,000 battles. I have lost 500 times. All my rusty armor rattles, but my sword and shield still shine. My sword and shield still shine. The sword and shield still shine. My sword and shield still shine. Well, I guess, yeah, we should probably end the concert. We told people we were going to be an hour, so this is probably about the right time to wrap it up. Yeah, so thanks again to Joel and Laura, and to all my viewers out there, thank you for tuning in. Yeah, just keep in mind that the poems are for sale. Send me an email and we'll arrange that if you want one of those. And yeah, I guess we'll I guess we'll sign off. So thanks a lot. That was awesome.